Buenos dias, ladies and gentlemen, from Venezuela. It's December the 17th. I'm doing well. I'm without a truck right now because I got my truck at the mechanic doing a bunch of maintenance because when it was in storage, the mice decided to eat my truck. So they ate a whole bunch of things: wires, insulation, uh, part of the interior. Yeah, it was a bad situation. All fixable stuff, but it was mice because the truck just sat there for 33 months. You know, long time. It's just sat there waiting for me. It drives so good now with the new tires. Oh my God, no more bouncing all over the place. Those big giant four-wheel drive killer tires that were just killing the truck. On more power, way more power now with smaller tires. I can actually accelerate, and it goes like a bat out of hell actually for a little four banger. I think it's like a 2.4 liter. It's a Nissan motor. It's a Chinese truck. It's Dongfeng, but it's partnership with Nissan. The drivetrain is Nissan because they actually rebranded it as a Peugeot, and then it was a Nissan, but it's a Nissan motor, Nissan drivetrain, differential, axles, all that kind of neat stuff. So, it might be a Chinese truck, Dongfeng, but it's really a Nissan in disguise. And now it's got Mitsubishi Lancer seats, which are way more comfortable, brand new. The only problem is every time you open the door in the morning now, it smells like a new vehicle. The smell sucks. But it's getting less. The gassing off is getting less. So that's at the Carlos, which is actually in my housing complex. Ironically, if I had my container here and my tools, I could do it myself on the truck, all the work. It's such a simple truck. It's like literally like a go-kart, folks. There's nothing complicated on the truck. Fuel injection, that'd be the only thing. And it's throttle body, I think. It's not even ported. It's very, very basic. But, so today, I don't know what's going to happen today because I don't have a truck. Because I'm getting my air conditioning recharged. The air conditioning works, but I think it needs a little bit of juice because from sitting, it doesn't have that ice cold to it like it did before. So that's getting done today, and then I should be good for a road trip. I was planning on going to Pumana at Christmas. I don't know yet. We'll see how the house goes, because they are behind it. There's no listo. Feliz Navidad, put it that way. The house is not going to be done. It's like they make big promises. Oh, we'll get it done, but it's not getting done. It's going to look really good though. The porcelain tile guy starts today to do the porcelain tiles in the kitchen, so that's going to look awesome. I think next week the counter guys are coming, or the cupboards. All the cupboards and the drawers are getting put in next week. And got my fridge yesterday. It's massive. Oh my God, it's the biggest fridge I've ever had. 28 cubic feet, side by side. And it doesn't have any junk like ice maker and like that on it. So like it's just straight freezer. It's massive inside. It's a 2-in-1 unit. I won't have to buy a freezer for the house. It's big. It's a really big fridge. I was looking at what it was normally, because it was on special, because it was the last one, and normally it was $18.35 US. I got it for $14.45, but it's still the most expensive fridge I've ever bought in my life. But it's also the biggest and the nicest. It is true nice. And then yesterday when they plugged it in, I discovered it's all digital. It's got all digital controls. It's like the most deluxe fridge I ever had was a dial that said cold 1 and then 5 was colder. No temperatures. This thing's totally digital. It's got locks on it and all that kind of groovy stuff. It's high tech, highest tech fridge I ever had. Fridge freezer. Plus my deluxe gas stove. It's gonna have quite the kitchen. I can't wait to show it to you when it's done. I got a new sink. It's gonna probably be the fanciest kitchen I've ever had. Ironically, in a building that I'm not supposed to be living in, because it's a temporary building. I don't want to live in the city. I'll probably be here. I think some tells me my gut's telling me it's going to be a year that I'm going to be trapped in the city, and I'm going to have to take trips to the coast to get some beach action, which isn't the end of the world because it's like literally an hour and 5 minute drive to get to the beach, and I can stay at a hotel or whatever, or I can go to Kumina and stay at my friend's beach house, but I'd have to go there for like at least a week at a time minimum because it's like a 7 hour drive. Or as Abram wants me to do is go to the mountains, which would be nice also to go to the mountains. But I need clothes because I didn't bring any clothes for the mountains. Everything I have is warm weather clothes. I don't have anything long sleeve, nothing. I got a pair of pants, one pair of pants, and they're dressed. They're not even work pants. You know, and I got to go to Crackus next week. I got to wear pants next week because you can't get into any government buildings without pants. And I registered yesterday. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Yesterday was a major accomplishment of things here. I got registered on 2 government websites. I got my account. I got my ID card for my taxation. I got that yesterday, and I'm going today to get it printed and laminated. And my account's verified, so that's good. My registration account with for the institution that is monitoring foreigners buying property, which never happened before. This is like a 4-month-old rule because my original purchase, I didn't have to do anything. My beach house is grandfathered, and I just own it. But this new one is this rule is they're regulating foreigners owning property in Venezuela. So, and they want to know who people are that are buying things. So they're protecting their country, unlike Western countries who let everybody in and buy whatever you want. So because they don't want foreigners coming in here and driving up prices so that it's impossible for locals to buy. So that's what's going on here. It's a little more complicated, but I got a local lawyer that doesn't even live a block from me here, and he is going on Monday to the registry office to find out if my registration stuck yesterday, and if it did, if it's legit, and the website accepted it, which we got a confirmation of it, but nothing works here, so you got to just sort of take everything with a grain of salt. We might have to go to Caracas next week for a day trip. Leave here like 6 in the morning and then come back type thing. The traffic, the noise. Mufflers are optional in Venezuela. Remember that, okay? So if you like loud vehicles, this is the country for you. You know, it is. It's like the Wild West. But things are getting fixed. I'm telling you, I'm noticing more and more things. Like new bus stops. Yesterday I noticed 2 brand new bus stops. Actually, I saw 2 getting made and 2 finished ones that I saw working on earlier in the week. Just little things like they're working on. It's like they're picking off a big list of things they have to get done. And it's a huge difference from 3 years ago. Like 3 years ago, nothing was working. It was bad, man. Traffic lights. Now traffic lights work. People, 10% of people don't pay attention to them, but you know, it's really crazy some of the things you see on traffic lights. There's a lot of really impatient people, you know, but things are improving. Prices are going up though. The old dollar, right? Dollar's losing ground bad. Like my truck, I paid $42.50 for it, and if I want to replace it today, it's almost $9,000, and that's not including the improvements I did to it. You know, that's just for the same type of stock truck and a lot more miles on it. You know, like vehicles, anything priced in dollars is getting expensive. The locals are just getting murdered. And the Believer, what was it yesterday? The official rate was 15 to 1, and it was 17 to 1 black market. And when I got here, I think the black market was, 14.5 to 1, and the official was 13. Their currency's under attack constantly getting devalued from forces outside the country. The evil empire, put it that way, is constantly attacking this place. And more saboteurs were caught this week. So the locals taking bribes from a certain 3-letter organization to cause harm to their fellow citizens. I personally think they're traitors. and they should be executed. But that's just my opinion. Like the things that they do, breaking things, and like gasoline distribution, but water. The one that they just caught, they were trying to break the pumps on the water stations for the people, like right at Christmas. Like what kind of person, I don't care if you're broke or whatever, you take it, like your fellow man, your fellow citizen. It's unbelievable. I don't know. It's desperation, and of course the amount of money they're probably getting bribed is ridiculous because the empire can just print whatever they want. It's worthless stuff to them, but they got caught. So that was a disaster averted, big time, by catching these hooligans. Yeah. There's a lot of internal turmoil that's being funded by a certain outside country. It's sad. This is really, they're nice people here. They really are. They're friendly, and it's not just because I'm spending money here either, Because I'm with a bunch of Venezuelans, and everybody's really friendly. It's I'm the only gringo, put it that way. Yes, I got called. Hey, gringo, get over here! Because they knew everybody else's name but my name. It was funny. There's some funny situations here. When you're the only gringo, it is unique, put it that way. And everybody's really curious on where you're from. That's another thing. It's where you're from. What country you're from. And you tell them Canada, and they all say, "Oh, I want to go to Canada." Oh man, stay away from Canada right now. The old Castro running the place up there. I don't know what's going on in the news up there, and I don't care. I did check the weather. Yesterday to see what it was, and it's snowing. -10. I was like, oh, no more from that. So, except then Abram had a video from outside of Boconó, about a 40-minute drive outside of Boconó, and there was ice in a creek. It had frozen. So there was a little bit of cold weather happening up in the mountains, to the point that there was ice it was a WhatsApp video, or TikTok. It was a TikTok video. Yeah, there was ice. Which I was quite shocked, which I would like to see that. I would like to actually be up there, because it would be really strange to have ice in the morning, and then in the middle of the day have the sun so strong that it could burn you. Like think about that. Have ice, wake up to ice, but in the middle of the day you could get a sunburn. Bizarre stuff. So that's my update for Saturday, December the 17th in Venezuela, Valencia, in Carabobo, I should say. I'm learning Spanish a little bit every day. I'm getting there. Got a lot of adjusting to do. It's fun stuff. It's not boring, I can tell you that much. You gotta keep thinking on your feet. But it's happening. And my house is getting closer to being livable. And then my container arrives, and I'll unpack it and make my home here. Get settled. I'm excited. I really want to get settled. Especially get settled in my own home. It's going to be so sweet. Even though it is city life right now, but it's temporary. I'll get outside of the city. Probably, like I said, 9 months to a year, I'll be out of the city. I just got to get through this transition and registration, and get all my visa stuff taken care of. And, I got a lot of government crap to take care of. To be able to set some roots down here permanently, and spend the next 30 years here if things work out. Die in South America, basically. That's the plan. So, not right now though. All right, talk to you later.